Welcome to another episode of Pokemon Go, and in today's episode we will talk about egg hatching tips and a complete list of every Pokemon you can find on 2 kilometers, 5 kilometers, and even the 10-kilometer eggs. So all of this information was provided by a website called Setter. They are really focused on Pokemon. They have really reliable information on Pokemon Sun and Moon, a complete Pokedex. Everything I use comes from this site when I'm in the Pokemon world. So I definitely would like you guys to check it out. The link will be down by the description. So let's start with this video. So the first major tip you guys can get for egg incubator is you have orange incubator, which is free and it's unbreakable, guys. You can use it for as long as you want. So that incubator I would recommend you guys using for the 2 and the 5 kilometer eggs. Now you have a blue incubator which can be bought inside the app or in which you can get by leveling up. Now this blue incubator will break after 3 uses. So my advice here, do not use the blue incubator on 2 kilometer eggs because it does not break for distance, it breaks for uses. So if you use on the 10 kilometer eggs, you get a lot more bang for your buck than using on the 2 kilometer. Now the 5 kilometer eggs, it's so-so. You can use it, but if possible, I would recommend not using it. So let's start with the 2 kilometer eggs. Now this 2 kilometer eggs, it's not bad at all if you do consider the short distance. It comes with all of the starters, including Pikachu. If you didn't know Pikachu could be a starter, check out my tutorial in a previous video here on the channel where I teach you guys. All you have to do is walk around and not catch the first 3 starters, and after 4 or 5 tries, Pikachu will spawn and then you can catch it easily. So Pikachu can also be your starter. And there are also other Pokemons that you can find in the 2 kilometer eggs. So the complete list is here. Also the link will be down by the description. Now let's go into the 5 kilometer eggs. And this is where things get huge. The list is enormous. But I do see 3 very good and very rare Pokemon from what I've seen so far. That is Farfetch, Kangaskhan, and Mr. Mime. I haven't seen those around and definitely I want those. So if I can find them on the eggs, that's gonna be really helpful. And if you guys didn't know, every egg has a different experience for each distance. For example, a 2 kilometer eggs, once it hatches, it will give you 200 experience points. Now the 5 kilometer eggs will give you 500 and the 10 kilometer eggs will give you 1,000 experience points. So another advice here, once you do hatch a 10 kilometer egg, make sure you have a lucky egg because that 1,000 experience point will turn up to be 2,000 and it's gonna help you guys a lot. Now lucky eggs do not need to be bought in game. You can get them for leveling up. For me, I already have 3 lucky eggs, which is really great. Haven't spent any money on it. It's gonna help me a lot. So on the 5 kilometer eggs, a lot of great new Pokemon. Let's get into the 10 kilometer. Now here, the list is huge and amazing. You can find all of the fossil Pokemons. You can find Dratini. You can find Snorlax, which probably is my favorite Pokemon for defending a gym. So this list is really great. The really Pokemons I wouldn't want on the list will be Eevee and Pinsir because I already have them. Eevee is just everywhere around my town, but when you do evolve an Eevee, you get almost 3 times the experience of the Eevee. So it's still not a bad Pokemon for a 10 kilometer egg. And the last advice here, guys, don't try to cheat on Pokemon Go. A lot of people for Pokemon hatching eggs are trying to put their phones on a fan and they're trying to put them on a disc where it spins. Guys, you're just trying to get around the game. It's not gonna work. People have broken their phones putting it on the fan. Don't do it. Just play it fair. It's really simple. All you gotta do, let's say you're going to work and you're driving. You do not need to have your phone in your hand. All you gotta do, put it on battery saver mode, turn the phone upside down, and it will shut down the screen, but it will still count the distance. Leave your phone inside the car while you drive, and it's gonna count a little of the distance. Now, when you go too fast, it's gonna stop, but that's normal. A little will count. Or if you're going to school on a bus, that's even better. Leave a battery saver mode inside your pocket you're gonna get all of the walking distance. That's gonna help a lot. So you don't have to cheat. Let's beat the game. Let's play it fair. Let's catch them all, and let's complete the Pokedex. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Please support our channel. That helps us a lot. Please like this video and stay tuned for more upcoming tutorials and Pokemon Go news. I thank you all, and train on.